And
look, welcome back to another episode with Talk Your Shit with your girl Tanya. You already know what to do, what to do, what to do. Look, we're running a little bit behind today because she just happens, right? I'm gonna let him apologize for us being a little late today because Talk Your Shit be here early. You understand? Because we got to set all this shit up. So y'all already know we be on our point. So I'm gonna let look. I got a special guest here today. Okay. listen, y'all know that director be back. That director reminding us that we got to take this shot. So look, side.
Okay.
What we shot to?
We shot into a wonderful episode,
right?
And a wonderful life.
Correct. So I'm definitely with life, definitely with, and then prospering. And look, shout out to this newer business venture that we got coming up.
Oh, that we
September
okay, yeah,
24th.
that we supposed to be working and talking about making happen. That's what's up.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ooh, all right. Put your bottle on the ground. Look, put your bottle on the ground because if y'all want y'all to lick up here, sponsor it.
hello.
Listen, so y'all already see the guy who I got to my right. Very, very, very special person to me. We both started this journey by the time, but we week ahead of you. You started a week before me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Couple weeks.
Listen. He done brought the kids up here. We might show y'all them jokes a little later on. But
single father life.
Exactly, man. So it's been years. So definitely Si has his own podcast.
Yeah,
it's
I
called
have my own podcast, CTR, Controversy Talk Radio.
Absolutely. So we call each other brother and sister podcast because we always used to collab together, man. The conversation has always been good with us. The energy just be flowing. So I'm excited to see us behind up here on the show today. And definitely to be talking about this conversation that we're about to have. So if y'all looking up there in the header, then y'all see that the topic say, are you worth being submitted to? I'm going to say it again. Are you worth being submitted to? So obviously the conversation is about being submissive.
Well, it sounds like it's about, are you worth being submitted to?
Listen.
I thought it was about being submissive, but okay.
It is about being submissive, but you got to put a doggone. You got to put some catch in there for you to tune in.
I got you.
But nevertheless, I mean, that is what it's going to come. It's going
That's
to
what it boils down to, yeah.
So we're going to start off with what being submissive means. So it means to obey or to yield to someone. When you are submissive, you submit to someone else's will, which literally you put your own desires lower than theirs.
Is that the textbook definition, like Webster Dictionary or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you don't have nothing to say about that? So it was
I mean, yeah, it's a correct definition, technically wise. Obviously, it's a lot of different angles to it.
Right.
But ultimately, that is what it is.
Correct.
Which is something that I feel like a lot of females have an issue with. I think a lot of females, I think the reason why the topic of submission is so important to have amongst men and women is because in a female, at least from a man's point of view, in the female world, that word is sort of frowned upon. It's almost taboo. It's almost a negative word. It's almost like a cuss word if you say it to them.
Can be.
And it's taken like that, and it gives off a negative energy when it's even mentioned in a sense. And a lot of men are just don't understand why, and that's why we're having this conversation.
Absolutely. So
why
we're gonna help you
is
with
this
that why.
a taboo, scenario for a female to be submissive to a man, not a male. Let's remember that now. We always say that.
Say it with your chest, say.
Okay, so we always say it's the difference between a male and a man.
Correct.
And the difference between a female and a woman.
Correct.
A woman can be a female. A man is a male.
Correct.
But all males aren't men, and all females aren't women.
Yeah.
So that is part of the confusion as well.
Correct. So you feel as though, because it was a conversation that we normally don't pre-converse about topics, but Listen, we had conversated in quite some time. Yeah. So this is how this topic actually came about. But we had broke it down as far as to, like, we put it in percentages. As far as to what do we think the percentage of women who are actually submissive today, and the percentage that are not submissive today. And we felt like the majority of the women, unfortunately, I am a woman, so I'm going to be the person to say this, that you don't have a lot of people who fall in the submission category anymore. So when you just spoke your piece in regards to the negative connotation that comes about with the word submission.
Or being submissive, yeah.
Correct. So I think that we're gonna kind of get into why I feel like that majority of the women are in that category. And we broke it down in the sense of 98% women. I don't think that's an accurate number, but definitely it's a higher number of people who are not submissive than people who are submissive. But nevertheless, we're gonna break it down as far as to why we feel like a lot of women are not submissive anymore. And I think it's negative because when it comes to being submissive, you have to trust someone.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you have to trust their leadership, and we're going to break down some of those things. And I just feel like if a woman ain't submitting to you, then she clearly don't trust you. And I think that there's a reason why she don't trust you, even though you may be confident within your own skin and feel like you're worth being submitted to. If that woman is not submitting to you, then it's something that you're doing that's saying you ain't worthy of my submission.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay, well, check.
Yes and no. Yes and no. You know. So again, it depends on what you're actually dealing with. Are you dealing with a female? Or are you dealing with a woman? If you're dealing with a woman, I personally feel a woman is going to come into the relationship being submissive as a woman. Mm-hmm. And you have to break that trust that allows her to start pulling back being submissive as the relationship continues to go. Go on. If you start doing things where you're showing a pattern that tells her this is not something that I need to continue to be submissive with.
Correct.
Because
so
it's something. It's something. But she went into it being that way, versus a female.
Yeah.
Who goes into the relationship off rip, not being like, no, I'm not being. That's where the negative connotation comes in. That's when it's
I
like
frowned. I don't agree, Si. I think that it's in a woman's DNA to be submissive.
It should be.
I mean, y'all love to use the term helpmate, right? So I think
what do you consider being submissive in a relationship? Maybe if we had an understanding of what, coming from your point of view, what do you think being submissive in a relationship can, details? Like what if you're in a relationship and you're being submissive, that means you're doing what?
I think that I'm taking a step back and allowing you to lead me. That is what what comes to mind when you say submissive, and that can be in a lot of different areas.
Like just like, for example, like instead of such a broad view, for example.
Okay. Well, let's just say it's a decision-making time in the house.
In regards to what? Like, all
right. So I think today's world, a lot of us are actually independent. And when I'm saying independent, I'm not necessarily talking about the man, because I think the man, most of y'all, a man, not a boy, or a male, right? I think that they naturally kind of fall in that category, right? So we're not talking about them, we're talking about the women. Then I think that when it comes to that being independent, then we know how to do everything with, well, I won't say everything, because I know you're how to get on me. You know what I'm saying? We know how to do a lot of things on our own. So when you say, what does it mean when it comes to an example, is, say, for instance, I know how to go get a refrigerator. I know how to go to Home Depot, pick out a refrigerator. But I feel like me including you into it, saying, babe, okay, is it okay for me to get this refrigerator, or even get your opinion as far as to what type of refrigerator it is, me actually being inclusive with you. That's one example of being submissive. There's another way of being submissive when there's a decision that we may not necessarily agree on, right? Okay. And I feel like when you get to something that you can't necessarily agree on, say, for instance, when it comes to something major, like purchasing a home, and I might feel like the home is not in a good area, or I feel like we don't need to have something where we're going to have homeowners fees, and maybe you don't give a darn because it's in the area that you always wanted to be. I feel like I would allow you to take the lead, if I'm being honest. So I'll fall back and I'm going to say, okay, Si, I'm going to trust you.
Now, that's a good example of being submissive.
Correct.
Yeah. But see, I think as far as men, men in a relationship automatically come in being submissive. And what I mean by that, let me explain. What I mean by that is that our main role, see, we have basic roles. I was just talking to my daughter about this in the car. We have basic roles.
Not gender roles, but basic
roles.
Okay.
A man's basic role is protect and provide. A woman's basic role is to care and nurture.
I agree.
I don't care what's going on. You work, you got 3 jobs, you in school. These are your basic roles in relationships.
Okay.
So a man doesn't argue that. So when he comes into a relationship, he's off rip doing his basic role, which is to provide and protect. And in its own, he's being submissive by doing his basic role. Because being submissive is allowing yourself not to, again, be all the way in control. You allow somebody else to be able to, however you worded it, I forget how you worded it. So it's like if a man chooses to let his guard down to protect someone else, in his mind, even though y'all don't comprehend it, in his mind, he is being submissive. So when he
you say protect someone else, or you?
No, I'm talking about his specific his significant other.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When he says, "Hey, look, I'm with her.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure she's straight. I'm gonna pay the bills." I think females take that as like, "Well, you're supposed to do that," and they're right. You are.
I was going to say, you say that's what you here for. That's your primary role.
But they don't understand that is still a submissive role of the man.
Okay.
To do that. So when we say to you, "Hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Now I need you to do this, that, and the third," and you don't listen. But we like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. Hold on, I ain't supposed to do nothing. I ain't supposed to do nothing but take care of myself. I don't even need you. I can go get the refrigerator on my own. I ain't got the... You see what I'm saying?
Nobody's saying that because first of all, everybody know that there's some compromise in every relationship. So nobody should have that tone or even have that in their conversation.
But
if you're in a relationship,
a lot of females do. A lot of females do not. The most I feel from dudes that I be around and talk to who have experienced the same thing I experienced. Our number one issue with submissiveness,
right?
Period, point blank. Not sexual, not anything, not cooking, finance, nothing. Fucking listening. That's it. That's it. That's it. In a nutshell, it's like, damn, you can't listen?
Yeah.
Like, how we gonna get past
We're
anything else if you just can't do the simple functioning of listening?
I agree, because I think it's that's actually something that's in my notes where it said actually listening to your partner, but it goes beyond that when it says listening without interrupting them. Like you're actually listening. We're not listening to respond. We're actually
listen. Yep.
Exactly.
You're listening to dispute, to debate, to argue, to not even try to see where I'm coming from.
Correct.
And then there's a lot of instances where I don't have time to explain. It's certain times where, and because females have such this tendency of not listening off rip, they can't even take time out to understand where this is not even a debatable subject. This is
what's a non-debatable? Well, what's something that is non-debatable? Because what you just basically said, ain't nobody got time to break this down, baby. Basically,
okay,
what you're saying is trust me.
Yeah, I mean, especially if I'm showing you that I'm the protector and provider.
Again.
But again, a man already come in. Men already come in on that though.
Right.
If you dealing with a man that you have to have a discussion with being a protector and provider, then you got you a male. You don't got a man. Like that shouldn't even be a conversation.
So
like,
do you think that person is worthy of being submitted to?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's worth being submissive to is for a female is a man. But see, men do it automatically. if we're with you, we thinking you a woman until you show us you a female.
Likewise.
You know, we thinking you a woman until you show us you a female.
Yeah, likewise, because I think we all put on facades.
Yeah, but the difference is like I said, a woman's basic job is for nurturing and caring. So when you try to blend those roles, like, well, I can pay for my own stuff, that shouldn't even be a conversation because my job is to protect and provide. So if you with me, why are you trying to convince me you can take care of yourself? That's not even the reason we together. We're not together for you to convince me you can take care of yourself.
Correct.
But when that is flipped on the other side now, that nurturing and caring part, men need that. If you letting off so much masculine energy to show me how much you can hold your own and don't need me for this, where the fuck is the feminine part that I need to balance me out so I can continue doing what it is that I'm doing? Because if you just showing off, you know, masculine energy all the time, then it's like
I want to respond to that, but my directors let me know that we have some comments, so we want to make sure that we give room for that. And I also want to make sure that we thank everybody for tuning in. We already appreciate it, so make sure y'all drop those comments so the director in the back, which is Tosh, will be on the one.
all right. So we got some comments.
Keisha, Black Cherry, hi.
What's up?
Says, we ain't just gonna listen.
We know.
Anybody.
Correct. Well, yeah, make
not
sure
what
you
she
say
said.
that clear. What you say?
She said, we ain't just gonna listen to just anybody.
Yeah, and you ain't just supposed to be in a relationship with just anybody. We talking about
But
who
we are.
you're in a relationship with and who you building. We're not talking about high school. We adults now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about dating. We're not talking about be submissive to who you're dating. We're talking about being submissive to who you're locked in with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying for you to be submissive to any Tom, Dick, and Harry that you meet out here. You know, but that person that you locked in with, there comes a time where, you know, you're going to have to, that if he's the provider and he's the protector, you're going to have to follow his lead. It's going to be some times where he's going to tell you, just shut the fuck up and do what I ask you to do. I'll explain later.
And you wonder why there is a negative conversation. Because first of all, I feel like...
I say that because of the listening issue. If you don't have a listening issue, then somebody doesn't have to say that to you.
No, listen, because it was something else that you said in the beginning when you was like, people may come in automatically and they submissive, right?
No, I said men do.
No, I know what you said, but you also said that, hold on, because you said something else, sir. You also said that you think that a woman automatically come in and they submissive until you do something that makes them no longer want to be submissive.
I said
anymore.
women do. Women will. I think a woman does automatically come in.
Correct. Until there is something that is done that affects that being submissive too.
Yeah.
So no, just like that. So that's why it has a negative connotation to it. Because at the end of the day, I think we all put on facades, but even if you don't have on the facade, we all fall short. Because I'm gonna have Tasha read something. Because at the end of the day, when we all fall short, then I think that you need to hear that. And another thing that you had to say, at some point, I'm just tell you to shut the fuck up and just let me lead. I feel like when you say that they automatically come in the door to be submissive, and then all of a sudden you find out that they no longer want to be submissive anymore, then obviously there's something that you have done. But what you have done out of your frustration is now you want to talk to us like that, which makes us want to pull back. It's not going to get someone to actually straighten up and just line up and just fall up under submission. No, because I think that you guys need to be considerate of a person and say, okay, so if she don't want to submit, then there got to be a reason.
I think no. Okay, let me tell you the difference between the two. The difference between the two is with the woman, she was submissive automatically, and then through time, she's figuring out that maybe this my significant other who I locked in with wasn't deserving of me being that submissive. But the flip side of that, which is what normally happens, is a female goes in not being submissive off rip. So it's a constant battle for this man to try to get her to see, look, it can't be two coaches in the game. It's got to be an assistant coach. No, it's a head coach and an assistant coach. Like it can't be, we can't both be head coaches. You know,
I agree with you.
know,
I
it can't
be an asshole.
So it's like these chicks, some of these females, they like, it's just like they don't comprehend when they're dealing with a man. It's almost like they so used to dealing with males that when they dealing with a man that checks them, hey, look, I need you to listen.
I think that you also have, listen, bro, because you also used to doing with females. If you feel like you got to speak to me as a submissive woman when you say, nah, baby, just shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not. You making it sound like somebody just walk in the door and y'all have a conversation. You say, bitch, shut the fuck up. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I know
That's
what
not
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's
What
not
I'm
what
saying-
you said. What you said was no. Regardless,
What I'm saying
maybe
is
you,
like-
maybe you would not say it in a relationship like that, or some of y'all motherfuckers will.
No, what I'm saying is that sometimes we don't have time to explain ourselves. Like sometimes a female wants you to explain so much to them when you need them to make a move that you're asking them to make.
So
like,
do
hey,
you
I
listen
need
or
you
not?
to do this. And then they start drilling you, well, why I got to do this? Well, why can't you do? Well, why? It's like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, just do what the fuck I'm telling you to do. Like, this isn't a time for me to have this conversation with you. I need you to follow lead. Just
I think
do
that's
what
fine.
I ask you to do.
I think that's
So-
fine. I do think that there's moments where
Yeah.
you actually just have to fall back and trust.
And
somebody.
that's what I meant when I made the comment. I didn't
Yeah.
mean just in general speaking to a female like that, because
Yeah.
that's not cool to do, guys.
Absolutely,
You
yeah,
don't just tell a
and you
female,
definitely gonna
shut the fuck
get
up.
you gonna get
You
it
know
from a
what I'm
woman
saying?
who's actually, well, granted, it's two sides.
But it's sometimes it need to be seen.
And sometimes you need not to be submitted to. Sometimes I'm gonna make my voice be heard because I think that what people think submission means is to be silent.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
I think
real
females
man,
believe that.
no,
I think
it's
females
in these
believe
notes.
that.
I'm
Not,
just saying.
not dudes. I
As far
don't
as
think men believe that. Men don't believe submission means to be silent. Men believe submission means to listen and follow my lead. That's what it means
Okay,
to
I'm
us
gonna
for
let you
real.
read these comments because I want to make a point. Go ahead.
Black Cherry again.
Thanks for tuning in, Black Cherry.
Exactly.
If it's that much of an argument, you just ain't the one, and neither is she.
Guess what? That's 90% of all the relationships. Because it's that much of an argument. It's as simple to say that if it was so easy, this type of situation wouldn't be something that's drastic in almost all relationships. It's a reason why relationships aren't working. It's a reason why people can't stick together and build together and create generational wealth and happiness like our grandparents or great grandparents did. It's a reason behind that.
I think people understand that communicating with each other is a vital part of submission. Go ahead, Ty.
Say that again.
I
Say
don't
that
think that
again.
people understand that communication is a vital part of being submissive.
I agree with that.
From my toy fetish, the
What's
proof
that?
the proof is in the pudding. If you're in a relationship where the person is showing you the light, just follow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Black Cherry again. Cause she don't trust you.
Okay, but guess what?
Cut dry.
I get what she's saying. She's saying all the reasons why a female is not submissive. I get that.
Right.
But if that's the case, then it falls on you to get out the relationship. Quit dragging it along. You know you ain't gonna. You know you don't trust him. You know you don't follow his lead. You know you don't listen. So at this point, you using him, and he know that. Don't think men don't know that when they being used, when somebody's not listening to them, when somebody's not following their lead, trusting them, and you still fucking with them, they know they being used. Trust me.
For
They,
what?
What?
Nobody's being
Well,
used. I
hold
think
on,
what
whoa,
that
whoa,
would
whoa,
know
whoa.
because at
Every
that
female
no,
has their own
no,
reason why they're still dealing with somebody they don't trust.
that they still love you and what they do. 'Cause
Nah.
what this
Nah.
scenario sounds like is it's a woman who actually loves somebody who's actually putting up with stuff that she maybe should not be putting up with. That's what this sounds like.
No, a woman who no longer trusts the man. What are you? Okay, so if you don't trust him and you're not going to be submissive to him, then you're going to continue in a relationship.
We do it all day.
And you feel like that's a productive.
I didn't say that it was.
Okay,
I said
so
we
that-
do it all day.
Okay, that's what I said. The majority of females still do it. The reason why they do it is because it's something in that relationship they still need. And it ain't the love. It ain't the love. It's something in that relationship they still need. How do you love somebody you don't trust and can't be submissive to as a female?
Because he's just a boy toy.
Thank you. That's not your man. That's not your man.
Being submissive to
That's not your man. That's not your man.
Yeah, you're
That's
not
not somebody.
But I also, when I say that, it's a flip side to that, because I feel like even with a woman who's just naturally submissive, right? Because sometimes we even submit at moments where we don't want to submit, if we're being perfectly honest, right? And I think it's a trust building factor, because we're going to bring out some points as far as to the good things that can come about with being submissive. And I think that a woman just, we may not necessarily agree, and sometimes we might not even trust your ass, trust your decision-making skills in that moment, but at the same time, we understand the importance of it, because also something else that is important and vital when it comes to submission is being the peacemaker of your damn household as a woman. And I don't think that a woman should only carry that responsibility. A man should carry a little bit of it also, but I do think that the majority of that peacekeeping is the woman. But at the same time, so sometimes you realize that, okay, might be a little, he might need to be built up a little bit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna allow you to lead, even though I know what you doing ain't even really a good plan. But I feel like you need to be built up, so I'm gonna go ahead and fall back. I'm gonna let you take the lead, baby. But what it is we need to communicate. You know what I'm saying? So if you're able to communicate and comprehend and don't silence me, so in that communication we're able to hear each other's out, value each other's opinions, and then maybe I can nurture them. You know what I'm saying? I can give it to you in a certain type of way where you will understand that I ain't gonna break it down to you like, well, baby, I ain't think that shit was good, but we know. I ain't gonna say finesse, but for the sake of this conversation, we know how to finesse our way into letting you understand that, nigga. You want no point.
I think for the most part, like even when I hear you talk, it's still it's the word submission or submissive is coming through with a negative content to it. It's like when you said, okay, I might let you lead, but I ain't gonna let you silence me. Being submissive has nothing to do with silencing the partners. It has nothing to do with us not valuing your opinion or not wanting to listen to what you say.
That's why I say communication is vital.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. It's almost like when the gender roles are played properly, then you got situations like what happened with the Jackson 5. You know what I'm saying? Where the father built them boys up and the mother trusted what he did to make them a success. You have to listen. Joe Jackson was the reason the Jackson 5.
I'm not going to debate with you on that.
I'm just trying to get you to understand that. And the wife, they mama, he could only do what he could do if she did what she was supposed to do. And they both played their gender roles to that degree, which allowed them to build a successful family. You know, same with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Her father built them up that way. You know, took them under their wing to build them up to be successful entertainers. And he couldn't have did that if his wife wouldn't have played the role that she needed to play for him to. In order for him to do that, she had to be submissive. Now, I'm not talking about you doing this for motherfucking, JoJo down the street who, you know what I'm saying, his main goal is to, buy a bird, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying that. I'm saying for when you come across a man who really has real goals and trying to build something.
Correct.
He can't do that with a combative female. He just can't do it. He can't do it.
I can't. I'm not gonna try to speak for a man, but when I use the silence comment, because you have a lot of women who are actually being submissive, and I think that the men are actually taking advantage of being the leader, meaning that they're not a good leader in my opinion. So I feel like when you can, in submissive, there are definitely women who have been silenced. If we gonna all be honest on this goddamn platform,
that's abuse. That's not submissive. That's abuse. Nobody should be silencing them. Those are two different things.
But it's happening.
But that's not submissive. That's not being submissive. That's abuse.
Well, she's definitely being
abuse.
submissive. You can just call this leader an abusive leader.
she's not being submissive, she's being abused. That's different. If your partner's scared to speak
So
her
you
mind
don't think, well, let
and
me
speak
ask,
out,
what side,
she's
you
not
don't
being
think that it's
submissive.
moments, even if a person who is not primarily in that role, you don't think that they you don't think that they function in that role sometimes?
What, as being abusive?
Yeah.
Abusive?
As you,
No.
as you taking advantage of your position.
I mean,
Definitely.
it depends on the. If you have a partner who is submissive to you, but they can never speak their mind.
In this case, we're talking about momentarily. You don't think that you abuse your authority every now and again?
I mean, I think everybody has the potential to abuse any type of authority that they in at any given time.
I agree.
So I don't know specifically that situation, excuse me, but I mean everybody has the potential to do that.
I agree, Tosh. You
Okay,
have
just let me read some of these comments. So Nikki the podcaster says,
What's up, Nikki?
facts, communication is key. Black Cherry, men put women in these 50-50 relationships, and sometimes worse than that, then want submission. Man, please.
Say that again for me, Tosh. I didn't hear.
Men put women in these 50-50
Okay.
relationships,
So-
and sometimes worse, then want submission.
Okay, so
Man,
okay,
please.
good. Back to Black Cherry. Okay, now again, we have to always look through multiple lenses. Males put females in 50-50 relationships. Okay? Men don't put women in 50-50 relationships. Males put females in 50-50 relationships.
Okay.
And the reason for that is exactly what I'm about to say. The reason for that is because the majority of men, males,
Male.
the majority of males, they've experienced a female being so combative with them, being so hard to work together with them, and then turn around and everything fall apart anyway. That to them it makes more sense to be like, well, you know what, shit, I'm gonna handle mine. She gonna, because they already pre looking at it like this ain't gonna work out anyway. She ain't
No,
gonna
I don't
listen
even
to
think
what.
that man. I don't. First of all, he's a male. He's not capable of leading because he don't even see the vision. But go ahead, Tom.
But
Okay.
why would a female even put herself in that?
Same-
Look, she with him at a 50-50 motherfucking
but-
relationship.
What, if
She
we,
with him.
if we're being realistic, you already know that these relationships exist, and obviously people have, life done life, the motherfucker.
Life
At the
done
end of the
life.
day, which will cause us to make some decisions
I'm-
that I don't like to put good and bad on shit. At the end of the day, it might not make us might allow
I've
us to
never-
make the wisest decisions.
I've never been in a 50-50 relationship. Any relationship I've been
That's
in,
because you
I
just-
took care. But guess what? I wholeheartedly support you males out there putting these females in 50-50 relationships. I'm just gonna go ahead and speak it out. I ain't never personally
coming
did it
back there.
myself,
Go ahead, Ty.
but I support it.
Because I don't. Go ahead.
I damn sure support it.
A Black Cherry again, and both of those men were whores.
Well, who was?
the one who she said in the other comment.
Right. And it says men who are not consistent should not be submitted to.
But what about the ones who are and they not being submitted to? That's what we talking
This
about.
would be all the colors.
Oh my bad, I didn't know you had a lot.
Yeah, Black Cherry also says she's being forced into submission.
Yep. I agree.
It's definitely abusive, my toy fetish.
Yeah.
People need to Google the definition of half the vocabulary used. Joe Jackson and Beyonce Daddy is what.
Oh yeah. Oh, she was saying they were whores.
Right.
Da.
Right.
Okay, look.
And that was Instagram. I'm sorry, I'm coming to Facebook.
Okay.
S. Michelle Ross says I'm coming in
What's
late.
up, boo?
I'm coming in late. Is the Quest married? He right. There is a difference. They're both scrubbing.
Okay.
Both what?
Scrubbing.
Talk about the 50-50, the male female thing, yeah. So what she was saying with the I'm not even gonna talk about that Joe Jackson shit when she said they were whores. You know what I'm saying? But
Why? My whole
point of bringing them up in an example was the fact of the building block. what they
There
were
was
successfully
something-
able to build.
Exactly. Their
You know what
gift,
I'm saying?
She trusted in their ability to be able to get them to where it is that they was, but she didn't necessarily. Neither one of these people, they didn't trust every aspect of how you move.
But they were submissive enough
I agree.
to
I
allow
just told
it
you
to
that
take
you
place
established
like it
yourself
was.
at some point. I
It
fall
was
back and
submissive
let you
enough
do
to
what you
allow
do.
it to take place.
I agree. I agree.
A lot of the times, deception is in play with 50-50 situations.
Yeah, I don't want to dig off into the 50-50 thing because I think it's taken away from the subject matter at hand. The reason why 50-50 come into play off rip is deception. People been played hurt so much that they look, you pay your half, I pay my half, because you going into it thinking it ain't gonna work. That's the only reason why you do 50-50. Because you going into
a relationship if you
why do you be in relationships with people you're not submissive to? This is the subject at hand. This
Because
is
you
what
put on that
happens.
damn facade.
This is what happens.
fooled
You know
me.
what I'm saying?
You made me feel like you were fully capable of leading me, and I trusted you in that. And I didn't find out until later on in this relationship that you're not.
So
you're not. You're,
So
you're
remember
not
we were
a
talking
leader.
numbers. Remember we were talking numbers.
Correct.
Okay, so you're on the low percentage. There's not a lot of women, you know, to begin
falling in
with,
the category
who
of-
falling in the category who automatically men come across as some. Remember we had a conversation. I said, it's easier for a female to find a man than it is for a male to find a woman.
Even though it's,
You know what I'm saying?
it's way more women
No,
to the
Shell,
man.
he's not.
It's-
I don't know. Saeed, are you married?
No,
He's
I'm
not
not
married.
No, I'm not married.
That's a question. So do you think that people who are just dating with no, you didn't put no ring on it, do you think that you need to be submitted to a joker like that?
Yeah. No.
If now are you dating as in just I'm dating, or are you dating
No
this
goal in
person with intent to marry this individual?
I think if there's intent,
because they're two
absolutely.
different types. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Right.
Great
There's two
point.
different types. So
Great
if this
point.
is a person that you want to see yourself with,
then you
then you should
be-
definitely start,
Submissive.
be submissive. Why would you not be submissive? Then he marry you with the hopes of maybe you're gonna be submissive after y'all get married.
So you're saying
that's
that
why
you
Jesus
shouldn't be
getting divorced right
submissive
now.
to. So you're saying that you shouldn't be submissive to a person who you don't have the intent on being with.
I would think that'd be the dumbest thing in the world to do.
I think we do it all damn time. I'm gonna make
That's see, y'all submit to all the wrong people.
because we're naturally submissive.
No. Y'all just want to submit to the motherfucker who ain't shit.
No, because we're
That's the
naturally.
dude who really showed that he can handle business.
I
and do
think that we're naturally submissive. When you say nurturing and caring,
There was an era of female that was. There's a new
you don't
era
have
of
the
female.
capability of nurturing and caring without the ability to be able to submit. You can't separate.
Do you
the
know
two.
who Sexy Red is?
You don't have the you can't.
But I'm trying to explain to you
Type
that
in the
you
comments,
looking
do you agree?
crazy. But I'm trying to explain to you that there's a new era of females.
I
Like
agree.
what you saying does make sense, but this new era, that's not what they doing. That's just simply not what it is.
You're saying nurturing
And
and
it's
caring
not-
and just being submissive in
It's not being pushed out there neither. You know, that's not the narrative of a black any female of that matter, but especially our
Okay,
women, our females.
why are the men not taking accountability
For what?
for that message being promoted?
Because we don't take accountability for it because we don't control the narrative. We don't control.
Who's
hold on,
leading?
whoa, 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 whoa,
Because
whoa,
that's
whoa, whoa,
someone.
I'm
No,
talking
because you
about-
can't say men are out here and they're leaders and we should be respecting their leadership when you're saying that we're not controlling the narrative.
This is
People
what
right.
this is what I'm explaining to you. I'm not controlling the radios, the TVs, the videos that these young women are seeing. So even though a lot of females grew up in single parent households with mothers, they didn't witness their mother being submissive to a man. They didn't witness this. It's a lot of stuff these females haven't witnessed from a different generation coming
Okay,
up. So you put that into play with these TV shows, with these blogs, with this social media, videos, rap music. It just doubles down
Just
on
because
it.
they haven't seen it don't mean that they don't have a
I'm
desire.
talking about majority.
Okay, but it don't mean just because they haven't seen it don't mean that they don't have a desire to have it or even or know that that's something that they're capable of doing.
But they don't know how to express it, and that's the point. That's the
my
problem.
whole point. When you have a good leader, and I've never submitted, and I have a desire to submit, and I've never even seen an example of submitting. If you come in here on your leadership shit, nigga, you ain't gonna have no problem by me to submit it.
No,
so when I say that, when you yes, it is.
That's might be
I just told you
used
that a woman is naturally
specifically. But that's not
I
the
just
majority
told
of
you,
females.
Side,
That's
that
not
the majority of women,
females.
that's what that we are born to be submissive. We are the help. We are born to
That's not
be
true.
a helpmate. So if you come in the door, unfortunately, times has forced us to take on all of the responsibility. So when I allow a man to come in and lead, you need to be fully capable of leading.
No, I'm gonna tell you what happens.
Hold on, when you're not fully capable of leading, then absolutely you're gonna have a woman she already used to taking care of everything, so she's gonna naturally fall back into that
let me
zone.
tell you what happens when you have a woman that's naturally used to taking care of everything. When a man comes in and says something to her, the number one thing she gonna do is throw up a block, a defense, in that mind frame of, first off, I take care of everything already. So she's not even allowing her. You're saying, oh, he come in and show he that good leader. How he gonna show he a good leader if you don't allow him to show that when you already, I can take care of everything on my own. I don't need you to do. See, now he got to be patient. Now he got to hold on. Whoa. A man automatically comes in as a protector and a provider. A woman's job as the bottom part of it is nurturing and caring. If I automatically come in as a protector and provider, and you're telling me I'm my own protector and provider, you're not allowing this man. Now he got to be patient with you.
As well as me gotta be patient with you.
What do you have to be patient with me for if I'm already coming in as the protector and provider? Your role is nurturing and caring. But if I'm coming in as protector and provider, and you telling me, well, I protect and provide my own self.
No,
so,
first of all,
nigga, what I need from you? Like, why I gotta listen to you?
I said you should be coming in there as a leader. I didn't say that you
Okay,
was
but
coming in there as one.
But when he comes in as a leader, the only way he can show you how to lead is to protect and provide. If you're battling him that because you so used to protecting and providing for yourself, you're not allowing him to show you that. And now he got to be patient.
Yeah.
Now he got to sit back.
Yeah.
And for what though?
Yeah.
For what though?
What you mean? Because obviously you see me as an asset. Let's not act like everybody have flaws in every relationship, because we ain't nobody 100% perfect.
But
exactly.
the basic role.
You can pick your battles, motherfucker. Either you want this or you want that. So everybody's gonna have something that they're gonna have to choose.
Hold on, look at it like this. If a female came into a relationship and what she brought to the table was being nurturing and caring, and the nigga told you, well, I could be nurturing and caring to myself. You supposed to be patient with this nigga, and you supposed to wait on this
We
nigga.
are.
Man, come on, man. It don't work that way. It just doesn't work that way.
Yes, we do.
It just doesn't work that way,
So
man.
you're tripping. There's give and take in every damn relationship.
Yes, it is, but not specific things. Specific things aren't give and take. Like I'm not supposed to come into the relationship to take your role of being a nurturing and caring person.
I don't know
and
why
you shouldn't come into my
because
position.
you keep specifying that.
Because these are the
As
ground
if
line
y'all
things to
jokers
keep
are
it
supposed
simple.
to be nurturing and caring.
No. I'm talking about your generalized role. Because everybody can be like, oh, well, I got my own job. See, we start going off into these different angles and routes and different highways that branch off. To keep the conversation basic is why I keep going back to a male provides and protect and a female. Because you can have your gender role and still be independent, still take care of yourself, still all of that. But when you go into a relationship, which is really a partnership,
Correct.
you know what I'm saying? You have a basic role. Both of y'all ain't the head coach.
I agree.
Both of y'all ain't the head coach. One's the head coach, one's assistant coach.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
We agree.
So those are basic, but when you come into, you got a lot of females with a lot of masculine energy nowadays, for whatever the case. I know it's a lot of reasons why. But when you come across a man, and the man like, look, I'm not going to sit here and keep going back and forth with you about who the head coach. Like, I'm just not going to do it. And you like, well, be patient. No, because time running out. Time running out. It's game time. Shit, we trying to get a Super Bowl ring. Like championship. Like, I ain't got time to play with you. We ain't in high school.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Comments from the Instagram. There's a lot of comments.
as we knew it would be.
Good luck charm. The problem is people are moving too fast. Trust is built. Y'all
That's
going
true.
on a date, sexting and moving in and playing house
That's
and
true.
don't know
That's true.
who you with, and now you have these expectations.
Good comment.
P. Belafonte, is y'all willing to work with him if he a work in progress? I guess this is
I think even a man can be worked with. Yes.
okay.
Are you willing to be submissive to a work in progress?
I just said that even a man has those tendencies of having to be worked with.
But
Because
you willing
we're
to-
not 100%.
But are you willing to be
Absolutely.
submissive to an individual
Absolutely.
like that?
If we're dealing with a man and we're dealing with a woman,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Nikki commented to P. Belafonte, yes, we are willing to work with him.
Absolutely.
Black Cherry responded to Pat, not if he's 50 years old, because she ain't got time to play.
Damn, you gonna put an age limit on this shit?
And I second that.
And she ain't wrong for that. She ain't wrong
Yeah,
for
I
that.
second
She ain't
that
wrong
shit,
for
nigga.
that.
You ain't got to
If
get
you
about
50
50
years old and you ain't got it
So-
together, man. Yeah.
Good Luck Charm says everyone does have or a belief, and now you want a submission woman and you want a real man, and not allowing each other to play correct positions.
Yeah.
Also, Nikki the podcast, most don't because they never seen it either. I guess that's when the submissive and they don't,
Yeah.
Yeah, they never grow up in the house seeing it go.
Most women don't know what a good leader is, and some men don't know how to lead.
A lot of men don't know how to lead.
That's not all women's side.
No.
I'm just reading the comments.
Yeah, and I oh, that's what, who said that? That's not all women's
It doesn't
side.
matter.
Who said that? I thought she was making the comment to me, but she said that was one of the comments.
She
Okay.
did. It was Nikki
Okay.
podcast. said
All
that.
right.
She
All
said
right. I get that.
we fall in line if daddy is leading.
Correct. I think that even a woman, I just told you, that even when you're not showing good leadership, we still submit. We still submit. Me for one.
Okay.
I
I
have
think you said
definitely. I'm talking about a submissive woman. Don't
Okay.
isolate it to me. I'm talking about a submissive
Okay.
woman. I ain't talking about people
Well,
who momentarily submit. I'm talking
submissive
about a
woman
woman
ain't the
who's
problem.
submissive. I'm sick of you.
A submissive woman ain't the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question, Si.
It's the non-submissive women that I'm talking about.
Well, okay. So, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that the male has to submit as well?
I believe the male does have to submit. And that's what I was saying in the beginning. A regular man, not male, a man, such as myself, I'm coming in the relationship taking care. Like, I don't do 50-50. I do like the fact that it's
We
happening.
should stop promoting that shit. No, we are
I don't do 50-50.
promoting
And the only
50,
reason why, and let me be real with you, the only reason why I don't do it is because I didn't come up in the household where my father did.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a 2-parent household. So my father didn't do 50-50.
So why y'all be so mad at the woman who said that that's your job?
I'm not. I'm mad at the woman that says my job and don't listen. That's who I'm mad at.
I mean,
That's what I'm mad at. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but when I'm listening, it's that combative shit. You know what I'm saying?
I take that.
So because I've came up doing that, the taking care of a female, that doesn't bother me.
So you do feel like a man supposed to be submitted as well?
But to me, that is being submissive. Y'all don't understand. To a man, that's being submissive.
What's being submissive?
Taking care of you.
It is.
That's being submissive.
Yeah.
But the majority of
Providing is a part of
females
it.
don't view
Providing
it like
and me
that.
allowing you to provide is definitely submission. You don't fuck with me.
I'm going to let that one go ahead and slide. I'm going to let that one slide.
That's
But
because
no,
it
real
is.
talk,
You have to allow some. Because again, if you
right,
have an
you
independent
allow
woman,
them. You allow them.
exactly. If you have an independent woman who has been who has been used to taking care of everything on her own, for you to allow a man to come into your space, and now he's saying, okay, well, baby, sit back. Let me take care of some of this shit. Let me take some of this. Hold on. Let me take some of this pressure off your back. Then I'm allowing you to provide.
Okay.
Because I trust you. Came in this motherfucker trust. Well, that's exactly what you mean. Said that way. That's what it is, bro.
I mean, okay.
If I'm fully capable of handling all this shit on my own because I have been doing it, but I allowed you to take that role.
Okay, but
that's definitely
let me ask you this: Do you know why? Do you know why he's gonna sacrifice what he got going on to provide and take care of you? Do you know why he's doing that?
Well,
he's doing that. Okay,
I can say my reason.
The reason why he's doing that. The reason why he's doing that is to be able to build. So when he takes away your role of you being the provider for yourself, that means he has another role for you. And a lot of females miss that part. They just thinking this nigga just taking care of them. So when the nigga be like, hey, look, look, I'm gonna be at work today. I need you to make this phone call. I need you to check into this or do this, that, and the third.
I don't agree.
Then
You don't
I didn't
agree
even
with
finish the damn.
I don't agree what he just said,
But I didn't even finish it. Well, let me finish it before you disagree.
I'm a hush.
So, I thought he was taking care of me. He just asked me to make a couple of
I'll tell you what I mean when I tell you if you let me talk.
So you not letting him finish.
I just said I
was. Something.
Yeah, I was.
Submit, Tanya.
I was.
To Taj inside.
Listen.
Don't fuck up.
See what we talking about? Listen. She can't submit in the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be like that, nigga. This is my shit. Look.
I come in trying to protect and provide for y'all. Hey, look, this shit I go through. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Though, what I was saying,
finish, please.
What I was saying is like, okay, so it's like, okay. Like I said, I take away your role of being your own protector and provider. I step into that role, but I have another role for you.
Correct.
So I need you to, I'm going to work today. Hey, while I'm at work, I need you to make these phone calls, set up this appointment, whatever the case may be. I come back home. I'm like, so what? Did you take it? Oh, see, what had happened was I was just about to do it, and then da-da-da-da-da. See, now, if we get an attitude, because I've been in this particular, more than once, this exact scenario, more than once. If I get an attitude, I'm in the wrong. Like, oh, well, I've been home with the kids. I had to go pick them up. But that's your job. Like you, it's like, you're the nurturing and caring person. My job is, I still went to work today. You know what I'm saying? But in order for me to do what I need to do for us, I needed you to do these simple things. You know what I'm saying? And instead of you giving me results, you gave me excuses. And if I get mad about it or show any type of attitude, I'm dead in the wrong. Nigga, find a bitch who will do it for you. I don't need you. I can take care of myself. It's like, man, this is the shit I mean about
you had a break. I ain't your secretary, bitch.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about submissiveness. That's exact. Oh, that was a comment.
Well, let me tell you.
I know how.
Well,
who was that? Black Cherry?
You know who it is.
Hold on, because Tasha, reach to that person, grab my chapstick for me, baby, please.
But you see what I'm talking about. But that's a perfect example of a reaction. Thank you, Black Cherry. That's a perfect example of a reaction of what dudes normally come across.
Why
not? Hold on, but
we have moments of being your secretary.
See,
but I'm not your dad. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. She doing it. Yeah,
I'm just fucking with you.
But you understand what I mean.
Absolutely.
You understand what I mean.
What I mean when I say I don't agree is I just said you have a woman who has been taking care of everything. This particular woman ain't gonna give you that goddamn attitude. This motherfucker gonna dial up them goddamn. She gonna do everything that your ass assigned to. Nigga, I let you talk. You told me shut the fuck up. We're supposed to be submitting to one another.
I actually used them words.
You used them earlier.
We're supposed to be submitting to one another. You know what I'm saying? So we're not talking about that female. We're talking about the woman who was fully capable of handling and was handling everything on her damn own. So when you assign certain tasks to her, she gonna do them with pleasure. Because I also think that submission should be done with pleasure.
I agree with that.
I'm just gonna say.
I agree with that.
Even though we understand that may not all be pleasurable, but we should be doing it with pleasure. But at the same time, she's gonna do those tasks easily, no sweat off her back, because she's appreciating you actually lifting up all of some of that other responsibility that you have came here and taken off her shoulder.
Keyword woman. Sorry to say, the majority of females. The reason why we having this conversation is because the majority are females. You're right. A woman would do exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for a majority of a lot of men out here, we don't come across women.
Y'all keep trying
We
to
don't come across
we
women.
really putting that amount of pressure on
We don't
y'all.
come across women. We come across females.
Well,
You
speak
know
your
what I'm
mind
saying?
then.
No, not yet.
We come across females. So
All right, we are.
I applaud.
I get it. All right, so
The
I
women out
want
there.
it, because I believe that there is a male out there who don't think that they're supposed to be submitting, that they think that the woman is supposed to be submissive on her own. So it says a husband, male, spouse, whatever you want to call these jokers, right? Person in your
A husband.
Well, you came in a little late, right? So, and then it says a husband must submit to their wives and the wives to their husbands in the sense that they serve one another and put one another's needs before the other. It is a mutual submission because the service that they render to one another is completely reciprocal. And I'm saying this because, again, it is a lot of men who naturally fall in the leader in that leader position. We're going to just call it what it is, but they rule with an iron fist. We're going to damn dissect that. Because I don't think that man, when you're dealing with a submissive woman, they're abusing their authority at the end of the day. Because you know that you got a woman who's going to follow your lead. She's going to trust you.
I ain't never got to abuse that authority. I'm trying to see what that feel like. I'm trying to see what that feel like. Shit. The hell, shit. How to
Well,
the
I
beat,
definitely done
shit.
had somebody
I ain't never felt that before.
I had somebody abuse
It's
it.
not.
When you ask a bitch to bark like a dog, bitch, you abusive.
Boy, I need to see that on one leg coming to America. Shit, I need to see that. I need to see that.
Listen,
I'm about to hand you the keys. I'm about to hand you the keys to Zamunda, and all I ask for you to bark like a dog and hop on one leg. Shit. I'm trying to see what that's like, man.
And did it. And
what
did
you
it.
want, a big dog or a little
And
dog?
did it.
Trying to hand you the keys to Zamunda, baby. The kingdom.
Done it. And
The
done it.
kingdom.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of leadership. And I ain't just talking about, because we all done seen the movie, Coming to America. He wasn't just providing. He was nurturing and caring
He
as
got the
well.
keys to Zamunda.
You know, just because you...
I can have a giraffe hand you coffee, man. You better bark on one hop on one leg
No,
when I
you
tell you
can't.
to.
We have a comment from Shell before you go.
Go ahead,
Get
Tanya.
started, Tanya. It says, the order was established by our Creator. Both must be patient. Those roles are bare basic. Yes, allowed. Uh-oh, hold on. Oh, Lord have mercy. Shit, I shouldn't have read this. Yes, allowed. Another role, you're so limited to what you think your only job is. Your only job is. Yes, provide and protect. That includes protecting them from the fears of their past. Everything she needs protection from
Come on now, Chef.
and provided. Ding, ding, you're inside. Oh, she's boxing.
Yeah,
She
ding,
just
ding,
hit
Si.
you. She
Okay,
just-
so what she's saying is, look, depending upon that man's situation in life will determine the patience that he has dealing with his significant other. If this man is in a
Sounds like an
position,
excuse,
no,
but-
it sounds like reality. If this man is in a position where he has the time to be able to do extra caring and nurturing of somebody's past, you know, because guess what? As men, we don't get that. We don't get that as men. But for a man to be able to do, I'm telling you, the majority, you might be different. You might be the damn
Y'all.
females. You know what I'm
Female,
saying?
not women.
No, and y'all hard. Women are hard to come by.
Yes, they are.
Unfortunately, it's a sign. Don't say woman on their head. Like
And they
you have
say
to
it
get
too
to know them first to find out they're a woman. So time is being wasted. So it's like for a man to be able to like heal you,
Hold on.
you need a man to heal you.
Hold on.
And he got to take time out to do that. I mean, that's a special dude. Everybody doesn't have the time to do that, especially if you're not listening to them. I definitely ain't got to. If I'm asking of something for you to do and you can't do it, but you want me to be patient
So
and,
you
and
think
help you with your
Wait,
ass.
I ain't set you loose yet. Just let me finish. I
Okay.
ain't set you loose
I'm
yet.
done.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
So do you think submission always means to just fall back?
No. I think submission, ultimately for me, even though we know what the textbook is, ultimately for me, submission is trust, listen, and follow. That's ultimately what it means to me. If I have a woman that even if she doesn't 100% trust me, she's giving me the trust to break. She's not assuming I broke it already. Because each relationship is different. If you got your fucking feelings hurt in one relationship, you get into the next one, it's a clean slate. I'm not saying not to learn from your past, but you can't go into this with what you went through in your last relationship.
I totally agree.
You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
comment.
It's a clean
If
slate.
I just pause you for a second, because it was a comment that was made. I don't remember who made it, but they say trust is built. I don't agree with that. I'm going to tell you why. There comes a time when trust needs to be built, when it's been fucked with.
It's been fucked with. Now you have to rebuild.
Exactly.
You know
Now
what
you
I'm
got to
saying?
rebuild. I
Yeah,
believe
you
that
have to
trust has to
rebuild
be
it.
rebuilt.
Yeah.
But I think that there's people who definitely allowed their history to affect their ability to trust. So now they go into this motherfucker saying, nah, bitch, I ain't
You gotta
this
build
motherfucker."
this trust.
Exactly.
And
You got to
see-
build this
and
trust.
that-
But you supposed to be going to these jokers off the gate.
Now we there. We there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what fucks up the submission part. You know what I'm saying? That's what fucks up the submission part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. And
Yeah.
I think that that's, and I think if we're being honest, it's on both people's head.
I think that's fair because both sides been hurt. Both sides been hurt.
Okay, so it was a point that I wanted.
Yeah, why not?
Because y'all be acting like men don't. Because what I do is I think that it carries. Women take a bulk of this responsibility as coming into relationships with all of this baggage, and y'all be acting like men don't come into relationships
We do.
with baggage
We
as
do.
well.
We do.
Absolutely
definitely-
do. We absolutely do.
Y'all don't respect it though.
I don't agree.
How you mean?
I'm telling you because listen, I come in a relationship trusting off the gate. I'm not that person where I say you need to build some trust. And trust me, all the people who know me that I know tuned in and they call it gullible, bitch. You know what I'm saying? They use a whole nother term for it. But I'm telling you, me as a woman, you got a whole clean slate.
See, that's important what you said though. Just like how you said some of the people that know you, they looking at you and they saying that's gullible.
Absolutely.
Just
They call it a
think
couple different things.
that's being presented to a whole generation, which is preventing these females from being
On both
submissive.
On
Because
both
it's like you're gullible, girl. This nigga gonna use this nigga da 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 da.
Let them show me.
You know? Thank you.
Let them show me.
Thank you.
But that's
Thank you.
my mentality, and I understand that everybody may not have that mentality. But I also think that those people don't need to be. You're not. It's not time for you to be in a relationship.
Yeah, you just
can't
need to
go
be
into
dating.
a
You just need to
relationship
be
like
dating.
that. Then carry your ass to therapy. Because I don't
Yeah.
believe that it's
Heal
okay.
yourself. Heal
Exactly.
yourself, yeah.
And I do believe that even if you go into a relationship like that, you may not realize that certain parts of your journey has affected you, which allows it to trigger us at moments into a new situation, and that's fine. I think that those are moments where you got to be patient with each other. So when you guys make the comment saying that a nigga's journey or the issues that they have or their baggage is not respected, I don't agree for that particular reason. Because you may not have came in this motherfucker with the shit on your chest, but at the end of the day, it's definitely gonna show at some point because we all got triggers. And I'm
Okay.
definitely
We
here
all
to
got
be
triggers.
patient with
We do.
exactly.
We all got
it's
triggers.
again, it's communicating. We listening to each other. If I love you and I'm gonna put in the work.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Hey, Nisa, you've been here listening to the conversation. Anything you want to say?
On the spot.
Say it with your chest.
You ain't on camera. You ain't on camera. They just
I
hear your
do
voice.
think that women should be submissive, and this is talking about men and women,
Right.
grown men and women.
Okay.
And men need to sacrifice. I think sacrificing is a man's role, and women is
a great point.
submissing is a woman's role. So men have to sacrifice,
Yeah.
and literally like lay their life down for their family and their wife. So I think that's asking a whole lot more than submitting.
Mm.
If men are called
I
to
think, yeah.
higher
Yeah.
expectations, just by like our creator. That's
Yeah.
what I believe.
Yeah.
So I think men need to sacrifice
And the woman
willing
needs
to
to
lay
submit.
their life down, and sometimes that is saying anything to keep the peace for their wife. Okay, you want this house because it's good neighborhood for our kids. Sometimes that might be like, okay, let's do that. That's what will keep my wife happy, keep the peace. So in a way, you use the word to submission, like men
Yeah.
to submit.
But that's
also,
what you
like,
say,
men,
sacrifice.
Like, sacrifice.
Correct.
So the male word for submission is sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I think submission is definitely included within sacrifice. Go
But
ahead.
I think we sort of more than, like I was saying before, we sort of go in automatically like that. When our job is to provide and protect, that's a sacrifice. Because we can definitely keep our fucking money and be like, look, I ain't got to pay your bills. I ain't got to take care of us.
Power.
No.
I ain't got to take care of us. Okay, I don't have to take care of us. You know what I'm saying? I can take care of me like you take care of you, and that's how that 50-50
You
thing
do gotta
come
take
into
care
play.
of us.
I know you do if you're in a relationship, but at the same time, how a female don't want to be submissive because of those certain things is the same way a man doesn't have to sacrifice. You
I
know?
think the issue comes in when we think that we have options.
But you do. It's not a thought.
Again.
You do have options.
Again.
We always
The
have options.
problem lies in the fact that you believe that you have an option. Another
What do you mean by
portion
that? What
of
do you mean by
submission, I'm going to break it down. Another portion of it is having a strong faith. It's not something that
Spiritual?
correct.
Okay.
Whatever faith you believe in,
Okay.
you need to be strong within that. It doesn't need to be relying upon somebody else,
Okay.
right? And not even relying upon my man.
Okay.
So it's something that you need to have within, like inside, right?
I'll go for that.
So when I make that comment, nobody is going to be able to shift you from that. When you make yourself believe that you have options, then motherfucker, you won't choose.
What do you mean by options, though?
No, because you just said, well, no, I come to this motherfucker and said, no, I don't have to provide. No, yes, you do. You gotta provide for this family, nigga. That's what you signed up for. As a matter of fact, not just what you signed up for. If that's what you truly believe, then regardless of you being in a situation, you already know that is in your DNA. There's no options. It's not conditionally based upon what it is that Tanya do. As well as my position. It's not conditionally based upon what you do. That's why I think that a woman, and I can only speak for a woman, I'm going to submit regardless. Submission again don't mean that I'm going to be silenced, because I believe that a person who I trust, even in moments when he might not be functioning well and allows me to submit anyway, is because that's my position. If you need to be built up to that point, then I'm cool with that. But I'm only with you because I believe that you are fully capable of leading me. I'm not going to be with you if I don't think that you're fully capable of leading me, even though you have moments of no good leadership.
The difference between a woman and a female. I agree with what you're saying all the way. It's just, unfortunately, is more females out there than women who do not have that thought process and pattern.
So, Tosh, you was
And-
married for years.
Years.
And my perception, because I was definitely not in your household.
No, you aren't.
I'm a couple of years younger than you.
You are.
My perspective of your relationship viewed you as a very submissive
Very
woman.
submissive. Very submissive.
So what is your take on this situation? Did you follow your husband? Did your husband have moments of non-good leadership that
My
displayed?
husband had moments of not good.
Did you still submit?
I still submit.
Why?
That's why I was. Because that's what I do.
Do you?
That's
Why?
what I did.
Break it down.
But-
That's what I did, because he still provided. He still protected. He fucked up the money that we were supposed to be saving that was going towards this, but he fucked up. What
Right.
do? What he said. He got it. You need my help. It's time for you to go. You've been
Change
home
the vision.
30 years. Yeah, you've been
You got
home
their plan.
25 years. Now you got to go get a job. Okay, so I go get a job.
Correct.
I like working. I don't still feel strong. I feel strong. I still feel I feel independent because I feel like I'm a partner bringing
Correct.
something to the table. But that's not what.
So your submission allowed you to allow him to change the vision,
That's what I did.
to go down a different path. Was it easy?
That's not easy.
I'm speaking to another submissive woman.
It's
Is
still-
what I'm saying.
It hurts.
Because y'all make it seem as though like it's always a pleasure to submit. I think a woman who has the ability to, or a woman who believes that her position is to submit when she's in a relationship that is all rainbows and sunshine.
No,
Because it definitely isn't.
I don't think that at all. I don't think that at all.
What you got to say? Because the show gonna end in a minute and you ain't gonna get your
Because
speech.
it's
Yeah. 'cause
we're going
I
over.
miss so much, so I'll but look, like Lil Cuz said, and like you said, Si, the male version of submissive is sacrifice. And I forget the lady's name who said, you ain't your secretary. Okay. But if I need you to be that, be that.
yeah.
Because I'm your mechanic, I'm your landscaper, I'm your painter, I'm your whatever the fuck you need me to be at any given goddamn time.
Well, I'm
So
your
if today I
babysitter,
need
your
you-
grocery shopper, your
Oh,
therapist.
but that's what I'm saying.
Nurturing and caring is the basic
But that's what I'm
doing
pointing out.
of the
That
We have
comment-
multiple.
Look, Todd, let him talk.
comment, I'm gonna let him talk, but that comment was just to keep the shit going because
Yeah. But
I'm
that-
really
just
not
saying,
that person.
But no, I'm just
saying,
saying
just saying.
that's we have when you're in a relationship, you have multiple jobs.
roles. We have multiple roles. We do.
And there is a time when I need you to be my secretary.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, let's be real. When we sign the kids up for school, who's doing the paperwork?
The women.
So you're the kid's secretary. Why the fuck you can't be mine? I'm paying bills. They ain't paying bills.
I can.
You
know
can,
what I'm
but
saying?
you see where you're going.
I
with
feel
this.
it.
We know you can't.
Absolutely.
Look,
We
And-
know
and-
you're
and
the
the thing-
I
anomaly.
already did it.
We know your name is Neo. Okay.
So
You
it's
Neo in the
not a- it's not
Matrix.
a
We
problem
get it.
Yeah.
You dodged the
a
bullet.
man sacrifice because he comes in doing that. We sacrifice our time, we sacrifice our money, we sacrifice our freedom. You know, we do a lot of shit that we don't normally do and get clowned by our homies for it. You know what I'm saying?
We do. Just like how y'all get clowned. Hey, that's the
You
you
know
make
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
point. Just like how she said she get called gullible for
Yeah.
them. You don't think when niggas do what they supposed to do, they homeboys and
I
all
think
this green ass,
people
lame
believe
ass.
that
And we end up in fights. Y'all don't end up in fights. Y'all just block each other and shit.
People
You know what
truly
I'm saying?
believe that they're doing what they were called to do. Don't give a fuck. Because I personally give a
They
fuck.
give a fuck.
Yeah, I agree.
Man,
I'm
give a
back on
fuck
what
because
you
you a
said.
man and a woman. Yeah, don't I give a fuck.
But the problem with the man finding a woman, right? You can identify a man in a room full of boys without him even saying anything. It's something about him, right or wrong. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah.
It's just the way he carries himself. You know what I'm saying? No matter if he got on a suit or a pair of jeans and a tee, it's just something about the way he carries.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the problem with women, for men, I'm gonna speak for myself.
Yeah.
We can't identify y'all women like I said. Y'all don't have a sign on y'all head, and then y'all standing around all these females. And how can I get to know you? I see you in the club. You with 3 or 4 of your homegirls. I know she muttered out because my homeboys done muttered out or whatever. And I know she ain't shit because I seen her social media or whatever. And I don't know you, but I'm trying to get you. Guess what happens? They're running their interference. You know what I'm saying? I can't even talk to you because they blocking. You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
So it's too hard for us to find. I ain't gonna say too hard, but it's very hard to find
A woman.
a woman.
Yeah, amongst a lot of
Your
females.
friends
it's
You know
do
all-
what I'm
that?
saying?
Absolutely not.
My friends don't do that.
Yes, they do.
My friends don't.
No,
Yes, they
absolutely
do.
not.
Y'all don't see it, just like we don't see our friends doing it. How many times you done been with a nigga like, baby, I know you think that's your boy, but he hating on you, cause y'all can see it.
What?
You've been dealing with a dude, right? And he might have a friend or something that might be, sneak dissing or, trying to backdoor him a little bit. And your mans might not see it, but you as his woman can see it. And you have to put him up on game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we see y'all friends like that. Just like
Oh,
y'all
I
see our
ain't saying that
friends.
it's not. Yeah. No, Tosh, I didn't say that it doesn't exist.
Okay.
I'm definitely here to say it exists.
Right.
But Tasha was asking me personally, your friends do that? Absolutely not.
Okay. I'll go for that then.
We don't function like that.
Yeah,
And I feel like
I'm
when you
saying
say
because
Just
we're
us, yeah.
family and we're friends. and we're
y'all
cousins, we
shit is
don't-
different. Y'all shit is
I'll
different.
go for that.
Again, Neo in the Matrix, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all see right there.
The anomalies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all
I
the
think that,
anomalies.
yeah,
It's-
But we talking about majority. We talking
a lot
about
of us are
majority.
getting bad reps, and I really don't like it. But it is
But-
what it is.
But
You know
y'all
what I'm
can't check the man. Y'all gotta check y'all sisters. Just
Well,
like we
again,
gotta check the
I don't
men.
have a sister who's functioning like that.
Yeah.
Homegirls
But
and
you,
girls
but,
in the
but
street,
one
period.
thing that you had said in the story that you had to mention is you basically said it was one that you was trying to get to.
What?
You know, you said it's hard for y'all to notice.
But you say this one you're trying to get
But
to,
it was
which
one
means
that
you
you
don't.
To get to the one
Come
you
on now, bro.
notice.
Come on, it's just
The
speak
one that
for
you
me.
notice.
Speak for me.
Yeah, but see, hold on. When a man notices a female or a woman, we're not going in thinking long term.
Let me tell you something.
It's
Let me make a point.
it's really not that. We don't see them like, oh, that might be my wife one day. It happens. It does. Because I got a friend right now told me in second grade he was going to marry a chick, and he did.
And he did.
And they're still married to this day.
And I believe that. Listen, because
But that's such a fairy tale
I don't
story.
Such an
believe
anomaly.
it. I don't
An
believe.
anomaly.
I don't believe that.
It's 5 adults in the room right now. Who else knows somebody who done said something like that and did?
Okay, it may not have necessarily
I know one
happened.
person.
It may not have
Everybody you
necessarily
know.
happened in that particular way, but you definitely. I don't know if you have ever been married. Have you ever been married?
Nope. Been close.
Have you ever been married?
Technically speaking, I am, but no,
I'm sick of y'all. I need a married nigga up here for me to even be able to ask this question.
No, you can
Well,
ask.
hold on.
According to
I'm
State of Florida, I
telling you,
was.
a
Technically
woman who
speaking,
wants
I
to
am.
be a wife, who accepts her position, and she knows that submission is a part of her position, she waiting to be found. Because they say when a man finds the woman, when he finds a wife, he found a good thing, right?
Okay.
So she's technically waiting for you to find her. If you can't find me, then you not the damn
But
one.
watch this.
Okay.
That whole statement you just made, right? Because I love when people quote the Bible, right?
Come
I
on
love
with
it.
it. Come on with
So the point in that was she was a wife before I found her.
it. I think I said that before you
that's
before you even
that's
made the
enough.
statement.
That's
Okay,
agreeable.
okay.
Yeah, that's
So
agreeable.
again though, I might have noticed something about her, like you noticed that man, right? The difference is though, the man's gonna approach you and your girls are gonna run interference. You're not gonna approach that man, and it happens. Some
I think
women
what
do.
he's trying to get to, the point is, a lot of
Y'all,
these
it's
women
hard to
or
decipher.
wives need to separate themselves
Yeah.
from females.
You
They
have
so
to.
they make it easy. That's
You have to.
I'm trying to tell you the point that he's trying to get to. He's trying to say that it makes it difficult for the man to find that one when she's amongst the other flock that isn't what they supposed to be. You birds of a feather flock together, and you flocking with feathers you're not really a
I don't know if
part of.
I want that guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
But no, I'm not
I'm
saying.
gonna tell you
I'm
why.
not saying that.
I know what you're saying.
It's saying for him to find you.
I know exactly.
It's like
what you're saying.
sometimes women have to be with women. I know this is your home girl and these are females and everything, but if you searching for somebody to find you, it's gonna be hard for him to find you if you
Seeking for
around
somebody.
hoes.
Waiting for somebody
If
to
you
find
around hoes, look, if you around
I don't.
hoes,
And when I say
you
that, I
gonna
don't
be
know if I
you
want
gonna be
that
looked
man.
at as a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
It's
it
gonna be
is.
hard for a dude to
I don't
find
want
you
that type
if
of
you
man.
around hoes.
I don't want that type of
The
man.
type of man who wants a wife.
That's not what I said. I don't want the type of man who feels like birds of a feather flock together.
But
Y'all
they
do. Y'all feel like that?
Birds of a feather do
Think
flock
about
together.
it. Now watch this. Watch this.
Since when you seen crackheads and a motherfucking college dude,
Look.
they don't smoke dope, just hang out
I'm gonna give it
together
to you
and they
just like
just
this. That's your
bro,
boy,
birds
right?
of a feather flock together.
That's your boy, right?
Come on.
Absolutely.
Okay, and you've known him for a minute, right?
Absolutely.
A long
Now,
minute.
now, somebody can't
What
just
you
walk up.
said?
I think you just gotta reevaluate who you hang out with.
Birds of a
You're
feather.
right.
I'm not saying cut off people,
I'm
but
gonna
who's
let- I'm
in
gonna
your
let
everyday
the point.
circle?
You want to hang out with like-minded people.
You do.
People who
I don't want to hang out with all. I don't want all my
I don't want
Go
all my
ahead.
friends to be married.
Yeah, that's your boy, you know.
No, I get that. I
Can't-
get that. I
can't
get
just
that. I get that.
anybody
I get
walk
that.
up
I
on
get
you
that.
and tell you something about him because you know some things about him where you can decipher where if they're lying or not, right? For the most part, because that's not in his character.
Certain aspects of him, yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
6:30.
I got you.
Damn, we 6:30.
It's 6:30.
Oh shit,
A lot
this
of
was a
points
good
taken.
one.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah,
I had a lot of points
this is
to make.
gonna
My
keep
bad.
going. Yeah, this is just gonna
It
keep
probably
going.
these points
Is
are
there some
probably
more
very
comments? Is there some more comments?
Yeah, some more comments.
Let's just read the comments and wrap it up.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was
My
6:30.
bad.
6:30.
And I had a lot of shit. I had
We
a lot
ain't
of
even
points to
shit.
say. We didn't
Damn, we
even
ain't even-
But nigga, we ain't scratches.
So I read a lot of stuff
Promise you, we ain't even
of,
scratched the
on
surface.
Instagram, and I'm going to go over to Facebook.
Damn.
We have Michelle Ross says, to each its own. We all are growing. And then, I'm sorry. To each its own. We all are growing, and when we agree to be together, they're the only ones that got to do it for. Yes, sacrifice. She was
Absolutely.
liking your comment. Now you're going back. And then she says, right options. Cherry Coke says, I don't think submission is a title only be held by
Okay, Miss
women.
Cherry. Thank you for
Submission
tuning
is
in.
compromising, allowing the same person who is a listener during one topic, yet also being able to lead. It's only a journey. It's allowing yourself to play your necessary role to accomplish a certain goal that is
Okay.
beneficial for the whole team.
And I agree with that 100%.
Hi, Angie. Angie is watching.
Hey,
And it says, if you, Shell again, it says, if you got options, yes, you picky.
Correct.
Yes, acknowledge both sides. I feel you do. I got you.
Okay, thank you.
You say you can identify a man or a woman. Why you ain't with them? Or are you?
I think she was talking
That was to
example
you.
for him. Yeah.
That was directed to you.
Um,
Because you say you can identify a man or
your
woman.
comment for a
Hold
second.
on one more. Let me just check. I'm finished.
all
And then
right.
she said,
Yeah, don't even.
She
don't
said
even
check
ask, 'cause
both.
We wrote it over. We wrote it
check
over.
both. She said you got a lot of excuses, but you're short on patience. She said you got a lot of
Okay, cool.
excuses, but you're short on patience.
Oh,
I
who?
said
Somebody
it.
said
I
that towards me.
excuses. Thank you. Appreciate
Who
it.
said that?
Shell.
She'll say I got a lot of excuses, but I'm short on patience. And guess what? She read me like a fucking book. She had to figure it out. I ain't.
She said y'all going in hard
She
on
read me
women. and
motherfucking right. Shit.
She said y'all going hard on women and giving men passes.
Nope. Not
Never.
going in hard on women. I am going in hard on females. I want to make sure that that distinction is made because there's such a difference. And spellbound is something important. Words are important because we get locked in with spellbound. So no, I'm not going in hard on women.
and we ain't
I
giving
am
no
going in
passes
hard
to
on
men
females though. And I ain't giving men passes.
at all.
I'm giving men passes. I ain't giving no males passes. That's what it is. I ain't giving no males passes.
Black
giving
Cherry
nobody no
says
pass.
we need friends of variety.
Okay. Birds of feather. I get that. I get that.
You know what I'm
need
saying?
friends of
And then
variety.
she says, "Not damn it's 6:40. Yes, sir. You was late, sir.
Who said that?
You know who said it.
That damn Black Cherry. Yeah, from New York. Who
No.
the fuck Black Cherry?
Keisha.
Keisha, your sister.
Yes.
You been riding me the whole damn show, Keisha. Hell wrong. You ain't supposed to be doing me like that. You ain't supposed to be doing me like
Ain't
that.
no favoritism.
She been riding me the whole damn show.
Listen,
They
man, we
understand.
appreciate the comments. We really do. I'm so sad that we didn't really get to go over all these talking details, but y'all already know that this show is mine. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. Did you want to respond to the comment?
I'm gonna do your thing.
No, do you want to respond? I'm doing my thing. Do you
She's
wanna
doing
respond
I'm
her
to
thing.
sorry.
She's overridden me again.
She said,
so I'll be here till
why
7.
I can't find a woman? That was a question.
Why you ain't with her? I think that's what they said.
I was with one. I was with two, matter of fact. I'm a family guy. But where I'm at in life,
Peter.
I ain't got time for the shenanigans.
Was they women or females?
They
Sounds
were
like a
they were
female.
females.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
they were
fine.
females.
Thought you found a woman.
I thought I found a woman, but it's not to say I was the man I am today neither.
So you was a male.
I'm not gonna say I was a male. I'm gonna say I wasn't the man I am today.
You was, If
Okay.
you're not a man,
Okay,
you're
that's
a
the
male.
difference.
No.
No.
If you're
I
not a
was
man,
still
you're a
that
male.
is
No, I'd rather say I
If you're
was.
not a man,
watch
you're
this,
a male.
Watch this. I'm not the man
was a
I
man the whole
was
time.
today that I was then. I just was not as good of a man as I am now.
Then you was a male.
No.
No.
I could have been a
So you
bad
could be
man.
a
It's an
male.
in-between.
So wait a minute. I'm sorry. So there's a male, there's a good man, and
No. There's a male and there's a man.
I thought
Both
you
can
said-
be good and bad.
Yeah.
A man
I
can be
just
good
wasn't.
and bad.
I wasn't.
Do you want to know what the
I
difference
was
is
young
between
and
the two?
inexperienced. I didn't have no teachers.
That's
I had
a
no
male.
No, because I was a man. I stood on it. I took my losses. I
A
stood
man-
in the
a
pain.
man-
Y'all, what y'all
the
ain't gonna do
difference
is tell
between-
me no any motherfucking thing. No, it's
Listen.
my audience
No,
gonna let
listen,
y'all
listen,
let us
a
do it.
male
between a
ain't
male
gonna
and a
take
man.
accountability.
Thank you. That's all.
No,
what
you're
the
a man
difference
today.
is.
Right.
No, I was
Which
a
is
man
why you
back
made that
then.
comment.
No, he was a
I was
man
a
back
man
then.
I beg to differ.
He was a man back
Check
then.
this out.
The only difference
Nikki
is
said he
between
was
the
a
male
male.
and the man. A man takes
Nikki said he
accountability.
was a male. Nikki said he was a male.
Come on now.
He was a male.
You was a
Nikki,
male.
Nikki,
everybody
Thank you,
think-
Nikki.
He was a male.
Check the
Thank you,
stats.
He was a
Nikki.
male.
Nikki,
Check the
Side,
stats.
when you came in, you said there were two things.
there's a
Hold
distinction.
on.
Let him make a
But Scott,
point.
Decide when you.
I did.
We appreciate you, bro. We love you.
Can you be a better
But
man
what
than you
you
was yesterday?
said was,
So that's what it was.
it was a man and a male.
I did
You
say
just
that.
answered it right there.
I did say that.
Listen.
Can you be
You didn't say.
can you be a better woman
this
today
boy-
than you was yesterday?
I want to
Hold
be
on,
a better
hold on,
woman
hold
than
on.
I was yesterday, today,
Right.
and
We-
every other day going forward. But that's not the reason why I made the comment that I made is because of what you said.
I'm listening.
I'm not here to tell you whether you are, because I don't know you like that. I'm not here to
Okay.
tell you whether you're a man or whether you fall in that goddamn male
So when you
category.
ask me-
So your word choice not only told me, but also
No,
Nikki, because
no.
she was the only one who talked. Hold on. Only reason why she tapped into them comments and said that you fall in the male categories, you was a little indecisive.
No, I was choosing my words correctly.
That's what
No,
he
you
was
was,
doing.
you know, you
Oh,
didn't. You didn't
okay.
choose a wise.
I
Because
did.
your boy
I was
said
not
it
the
was
man
only
I
a male
was
and
that I was today.
I think
A
you made
man.
a correct statement about saying
Yeah.
that.
I'm a better man
Really,
today than
Scott?
I
You
was
giving
6
the man
months
a pass
ago.
again? I'm
That's
sorry.
not a pass.
It's not a pass.
It's not
Because you can be a young woman or a
But
young
you have to
female,
understand the
right?
difference between a
No.
male and a man. It's accountability. A man takes accountability.
It's a man's
That's the only
I've
difference.
been a man
Is a man
all
takes
through my
accountability.
relationships. That's why they
That's the
chose
difference
me.
between a woman and a
Because I was
female.
that man.
A woman takes accountability.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only difference.
I just had to go through things to be a better man.
You. I ain't gonna do this because we gonna.
What are the stats?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Because I'm gonna do
You
it.
said check the stats.
Yeah, the stats is, okay, my first relationship, I was in 9 years.
We on the roll, huh? We still
You know what I'm
going.
saying? What made me a bad man was I did cheat, you know what I mean? But I didn't beat on her. I'm not a drug user like that or nothing like that. I'm not addicted to gambling or nothing. I help raise the kids. I walk them to school. All my kids know me. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
had a woman and you cheated on them.
I cheated on her. I was still a man though. I stood up in the paint. She didn't catch me cheating.
Yeah.
I
Let's not go down the whole road.
Okay, well, I owned up on all my mistakes. I stood in the paint. I didn't lie about nothing. I owned up on everything. I took all my punishment. Accountability. I wasn't a great man, but I was still a man. You see what I'm saying? I still provided. That's what y'all all want to
Provide,
scream.
protect.
I provided.
No,
I
that's
was in
not the only
school.
thing
Yeah,
we scream.
Now, okay, it's not the only thing, and I don't think I said only, but I said y'all all want to scream. But I provided. But I still stepped out. So I wasn't a great man,
You went the greatest.
but I was a man. Nevertheless, my next relationship was 15 years, another 3 kids. I walked them all to school. Yeah, I got 6, and I take care of all of them now. You know? So
I think
I'm a
males
man.
have good characteristics.
I just wasn't a great man. The man I am today can look back on the 19, 20-year-old me and be like, you had some way to go. I can look back at the 30-year-old with me and say, you on the right path now, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was a man, though. Even if I was forced into the position of being a man, I was still a man. I took accountability. I didn't blame nobody for nothing. If I got caught, I got caught.
So you felt like you was forced to be in the position of a man.
Yeah, my mama did it. She told me to my face when my papa left. You the man of the house now. And y'all all do that to young boys. And we don't even know what the fuck that is, but that's what we do. We have to step
But
up.
we ain't
Guess what they
patient.
do know though?
But we ain't
Provide,
patient.
protect.
But we ain't patient.
What you mean
I
patient?
didn't say y'all.
That don't make
never-
y'all
I never-
patient.
First of all, I never ever this entire
Y'all
time
to
said
run
nothing
this show
about
back.
females not be y'all not being patient. I never said
Run
that.
this goddamn show back. Okay, so there's some points that I want to make before we end, because other than that, it makes the conversation irrelevant,
Okay.
right? So a woman being submissive means submission looks like respecting your husband's point of view, and I'm using the term husband, but y'all already know, y'all tweak it, right? It means humbly sharing your opinion with him. It means not invalidating him, especially in front of others. It means trusting his decision as a leader while freely empowered to give your own point of view. Do y'all agree?
I agree.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So, an example of submission is allowing yourself to be controlled by others. And I'm going to have Tasha read a point before we end this, because I think it's a valid point and I didn't even know it, which is the reason why I'm going to allow her to read it. Right? He's looking for a quiet, submissive woman who will obey his every word. Did y'all agree with that?
No, that's not submissive. That's not submission. That's not submissive. As a man and a woman. Now, as a female and a male, that might be what that means for that category of people, but not for a man. A man doesn't submission for a man is not you being silent. That's no.
Yeah.
You my better half. Like, I need your input. You know what I'm saying? I have to have your input in order to build. You know, so no, being quiet, as I said, that's borderline abuse.
I don't like that
woman
better
can't.
half person.
But I mean, that's what we are. You ain't getting
And
nothing,
I
right?
understand what y'all say, but I still don't like it.
You don't like the word better half?
No, I don't.
But a half and one half makes it complete, right?
Right.
A 50 and a 50 make 100, right?
She said she didn't like the terminology.
Yeah, I don't like the terminology. And because the show hasn't gone the timer, that ain't going to express why.
6:45.
Get over there.
Right? Shut the fuck
Silence.
up.
Right, that's
Shut the fuck up. Silence.
Right.
Silence.
I was finna go get
Okay,
the
so as
chemical.
far as to being submissive is a good thing when it comes to being in a relationship. It says being in a relationship can actually be a very empowering experience. By relinquishing control to your partner, you are showing them that you trust them and believe in their ability to lead. This can be a powerful gift for your partner, making them feel confident and appreciated.
I agree with that. I also have a statement that I want to make. I saw a post on Instagram. I can't say it word for word, but it was a female, and she was basically explaining. She was basically giving a good example of the importance of being submissive, and the example she gave, again, I'm not saying it word for word as she said, was just look at it as if you hired a bodyguard, right? When you hire a bodyguard, you're hiring him for a specific job, which is to protect you.
Right?
In order for him to do his job, you have to listen to him. If y'all are going into a situation where he can pick up on ways that it might be danger in the situation, so he's telling you, hey, when we go into this, I need you to move like this. He's not doing it to control you. He's not doing it to make you feel like you're not important. He's not saying this to silence you. He's saying this to benefit the overall thing, which is you hired me to protect you.
To do his job.
So for me to do my job, I need you to do what I need you to do.
Absolutely.
And that is, to me, the true definition of being submissive. Not that I don't value your opinion, not that I want you to be quiet, not that I don't want you to have no say so. Is that you're with me to play a certain role. For me to be successful in my role, I'm gonna need you to do this. It's not about how independent you are or because if that was the case, then why am I here?
Correct.
Like, why am I here if you can take care of yourself and you like, why am I here? So if I'm here, in order for me to do my job correctly, I need you to do this. Now, when it becomes a combative situation, you put that person in a predicament where he has to go against his better knowledge to just agree with you, which can put both of y'all in harm's way. Which at the end of the day, it's going to fall back on him. Well, you the man. Why you ain't just stand up and make her do this? Or you the man. But see, sometimes men be like, we get so tired of having to be combative with a female. It's like, fuck it, just let her do it her way then. And then shit falls apart. And when it falls apart, guess what happens? It still fall on him. Y'all gonna find a way to blame him, right or wrong. So if my whole point of coming on this show to be able to have this conversation is if just one female if this conversation can turn her into a woman, understand that. Stop looking at being submissive as a negative content. It is not negative. It's not something that is being like a controlling factor. Yes, in order to be submissive, you have to give up some control. Yeah. But don't think that a man is not doing the same thing. That's why Nisi said, one of the guest audience members stated, sacrifice. Sacrifice on our end is the equivalent to submission on your end. We have to sacrifice, which is allowing ourselves a moment of weakness to make sure that this goes, trusting that a person is gonna, we're sacrificing for the right reasons for a person to be able to follow our lead so we can build. Because I only know, this is the only thing I know, a relationship is to build. If I'm not building, I don't fucking, I'm telling you, I'm one of them niggas. If I'm not building with you, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I've been in long-term, wasteless relationships.
Yep.
Multiple fucking times.
We all.
If I'm not gonna build with you and we can't build nothing together, and fuck that shit. We just date.
It was a point that you made
Let me get some pussy and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
It was a point that you had made as far as to, because it sounds like, because one of these things that I had just mentioned is not invalidating each other, right? So when you said that, okay, so if she wants this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back and I'm going to allow her, knowing that this may not be the best decision. I think that a good leader allows it to happen, to be honest. And it ain't because you don't want the blame to be placed on you. Because sometimes a point need to be made. A point needs to be proved, right? So I think that it's a good leader that he needs to, I think a good leader needs to allow those moments because they build trust.
You're right, but that only works with a woman. See,
we only talk about women at this point.
No, because see, that's the thing between this whole conversation we had. You talking about women, I'm talking about females.
Okay, well then you already know which one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the woman. Or how about
I don't
that?
have no issue with no woman.
Even
I don't
then,
have no issue with no woman.
The man's got
comes
to
through
be able to
submission.
pick and choose what time he gonna fall back. Sometimes I can't fall back because it's a dangerous situation. But y'all gonna buck it.
It is what it is.
So I rather, as a man in a relationship, right? As a man in a relationship,
it is.
That's why we get that to, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna let her do it anyway. It's
That's
not
why.
because we try
That's
to
why.
teach you.
That's why.
It's
But
not
it's
because
a teaching moment.
No, it's not.
It's a teachable moment for a
listen,
woman.
Wait. It's a teachable moment for you. I'm not teaching you nothing. The circumstances are going to teach you if you're learning. But this is the thing. A man gets to the point where he's like, man, fuck it, do it. Because I've got to go home with you. I'm still going to want to fuck later on. I want some food and all that. So if I'm going to fight, I'm going to just save the energy from arguing with you to get this shit to go this way and just be prepared. Because I know this shit finna go the way I just told you it was gonna go. And then
That's
you
what
have
I
to
just
double
said.
up on the shit
That's
that
not what I
you
just said. It's still a lesson learned, even though you just said that I'm not the one who right here teaches.
It's a lesson learned for
women though.
For females don't learn that
Sometimes
lesson.
it's for the man.
Some females can't learn and become a woman. Like you
Sometimes
just
it's
said.
for the man. Because I just
So
told
you're
you.
saying sometimes a woman will fall back and let a man bump
Well,
his head.
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Correct.
I agree.
Because it's definitely for the man. Well, I
I
done sat up
agree.
here and I done told y'all that it's moments that we know God doggone well that this shit ain't finna work.
It's
Yeah.
But because you done told me, hey, bitch, it is what it is. I'm doing it. And I'm just saying, oh, well, we doing this. It ain't no, okay, he doing it.
I agree with that.
We doing
I
this.
agree with
It's
that.
also a moment
I
of,
agree with that.
exactly. So we got to show you.
So I'm gonna apologize because when he said the problem y'all have is we be talking about females. And
Yeah.
notice I said we.
Yeah.
And you be talking from the point of a woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
I
that.
give you that.
Yeah, I
give
give
you
it
that.
that. Yeah, I give it that.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you earned it. You
I
earned it.
appreciate it. So I build up a little trust.
Yeah.
All right, so there's some points that I want to make, and then we're going to go ahead and allow you to get your final comments, I get my final comments, and then we're going to get on out of here. So in some ways that, submit, I know Tasha is on me, I know it, but Tasha, again, is for other reasons. But I'm definitely going to
teachable
learn how to show
moment,
these
bitches.
things,
Get your
right?
shit together.
You heard her, loud and clear.
Real shit.
So it's ways to be submissive in a relationship, because there's some of these things that I actually pointed out. But just in case you guys do not know how to be submissive in a relationship, these are definitely some points that you guys can take from. Respect your partner. Communicate with your partner. Listen to your partner. If y'all
That
don't
should
know
have been
the-
number motherfucking one.
I mean,
Two
when
and
they're,
three.
when they're not in, they're not in from priority to they're not in from the greatest to the least, but they're
That
just
should
on
have been
here.
1, 2, and 3. Listen.
Listen to your partner.
Linda.
Exactly. That falls in the category where we say like don't be invalidating people. Have a strong faith. I made a point about that here. Allow your
important.
partner
That's
to
important.
provide. We also made that point here as well. It says allow them to lead. We also made that point here. Allow. It said always ask for your partner's opinion. We also made that point here. It said ask. Well, hold on. It says be sensitive to your partner's needs.
That's a hard one, yeah. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
We think that's something simple. But all of us been in relationships. We know that's not something simple.
Absolutely.
Somebody being sensitive to your fucking needs. That is not a simple fucking thing.
Communicate without invalidation. Will allow you to do better. Okay? So being sensitive to your partner's needs, it says don't speak negatively of your don't speak negatively. I'm so sick of y'all. So don't speak negatively of your partner in front of others. Be intimate with your partner. I don't think a lot of people don't understand what that is, but we ain't gonna go into depth. It says be your partner's best friend. Be the peacemaker in your household. Allow your partner to have a say in the finances. Maintain your home. Be more patient. Assist your partner. Be grateful, because we lose this goddamn aspect quite often. Yeah. It says give your partner privacy. Focus on your partner's positive traits. Focus on your partner's positive traits. Focus on your partner's positive traits. And practice humility.
And I want to agree with all of that. I as a man, I wouldn't have came up with that. Was about 21 questions. Right? About 20.
It was 21 because you was looking at right there.
That's about 21, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So we're gonna round it up. So give people your summary as far as to your perspective on it.
Okay, my summary as far as perspective for females in general. This is women and females. If you are looking to be in a serious relationship, so that one that you want to turn into marriage, one that you want to turn into marriage that will build and sustain and be fruitful, like our great grandparents and our grandparents did. Like, cause in all actuality, we all look at like that era is over with. That's why it's so amazing to find people who've been together for so long. It's amazing. When our grandparents were coming up, that wasn't amazing. That was normal. We live in a time now where it's amazing, and that shows how far backwards we done went with how things are supposed to go. Everything that she said, I'm just gonna double down on it. I wouldn't have came up with that because I'm a man. I got a different point of view. So I look at it very simple. Men are so simple. Like, females know this, but I don't think y'all really like taking consider. I think maybe y'all look at it from the negative point of how simple we are versus the positive points of how simple we are. We're so simple. The entire thing I said when I first came out here tonight was listen. Listen. And listen means a variety of things. Listening to me or listening to your significant other who you chose to lead you, who you chose to protect you, who you chose to provide for you, doesn't mean you're giving up your rights as a female or a woman to take care of yourself or to be independent or to be any of that. We're not here to take any of that away from you. But in order for us to do the job you hired us to do specifically, and that's to be the man in the relationship, in order for us to do that to the best of our capability, it only works if you fucking listen. It only works. And listening doesn't mean agreeing. Listening doesn't mean be silent. Like, all that negative content that's put behind it, that's not what it is. I don't know exactly how to explain that stop looking at being submissive as a negative content. I'm not saying do whatever the fuck I tell you to do, bitch. If I tell you to jump off this roof, bitch, jump off this roof. That's proving that you submissive. That's not what it is. Like, that's not what we're here to say. Submissive to us is very simple. Listen, trust, follow. Listen, trust, follow. If you don't walk away with anything but that, and you don't do that for everybody, you're not supposed to do that for everybody. But for the one you choose, you definitely should be going into it with a state of mind like that. So that's all I can say. Like, as you walk away from this, if it's nothing that you heard from me today with all the shit I've been talking, just walk away with that, man. Like, whoever you choose in that manner, and they choose you in that manner, understand your position.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna piggyback off that and we out here. You know what I'm saying? Choose wisely. I'll say that.
Yeah.
If for you to make the comment when you say these are some things as far as the example, the stuff that you just heard on social media, I need you to do these things in order for me to be able to do these things. And the women or the females caused a lot of hell on this episode. And the reason why
Not the women, the
I just
females
said
did,
the
though.
females. I just said the females.
They did.
And I feel like I'm devil's advocate, goddamn it. I just said it in the beginning of the show. It's a reason why people do everything it is that they do. So in order for us to be able to give you what you need, to do what you need to get done, we also need something too. So with that goddamn being said, because what y'all ain't gonna
Well,
do.
what the fuck you need?
Oh, you just heard what the heck.
Protect and
But-
provide. I'm saying bare necessities.
So you
bare
gonna
necessities.
rebuttal my rebuttal. Thank you, God. Boy, I thought they said submit to one another. So no, at the end of the day, not only do
But
you
you
need
listen.
something,
No, it's submit and
I
sacrifice.
do, but you definitely need things in order to be able to get what you need to get done. But I'm telling you, as a woman, not as a female, we also need things in order to be able to do whatever it is that you need us to do. Until the next show, y'all already know.
I
Make
think
sure
we
y'all follow.
elaborated on that enough because, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
This
Go
might
back
be a
and
part
watch
2 to
this
this.
show.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of unanswered questions still. There's a lot of unanswered questions still. But before we go, real quick,
Oh yeah.
throw me that right there. Hey, I want to give,
aggressively.
but she listened.
She got 20 plus years.
She
in
followed
this
my
shit.
motherfucking lead. You
got
know what
20
I'm
plus
saying?
years
She
of
a woman.
following.
She understands.
Okay.
She ain't asked me why I need to throw this to you. Well, why she just
Because
did
you
what
told
I
her what
asked.
you need in order to go ahead, bruh.
Hey, I want to give a special shout out
Woo, woo,
to
woo.
my boy SP. Happy birthday to show weekend. Hey, Intervision Television. Hey, this is my boy's clothing line, man. Y'all go check it out, man. It's awesome. This blow thing, it ain't just blow for no reason, get high smoke. No. It's a whole meaning, movement behind it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check him out. I think you can look him up on Instagram. I don't have all his information. But Sean Parker, Intervision Studios, man, happy birthday to you. Shout out to Intervision Studios all together. You know what I'm saying? Much love for you, Bulletproof. Oh, my bad. I was standing up above the camera. I was making sure I got the motherfucking shit in here. You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to my dog, man. I appreciate anything you ever did for me, man. And, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, dog. So y'all go check out my boy and fucks with him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, guess what, Sean P? You already know I fuck with a nigga too, right? And I actually got my shirt, but just for the sake of goddamn business. Come on here, nigga. I think I just put up a post where I said that we are looking for people to sponsor.
Okay, cool. You need some people to sponsor
He
the
didn't
show.
explain the reason of what this means.
Right.
Yeah,
But
I
if
forgot
you're
I
sponsor-
forgot the thing.
I'm your advocate. I'm gonna lay that shit out from A to motherfucking Z. I mean, I think I'm the perfect candidate if I do say so myself. But I'm just saying, we are definitely looking for sponsorships. Get in our inbox so we can go ahead and promote y'all shit. But until next time, if you have a story to tell, I don't care what that experience is, go ahead, Si.
Now one more thing.
Go ahead.
Hey, I also want to give a shout out to my boy Trey Eno Yard on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, he rescues dogs and sells puppies, pit bull puppies, and rescues pit bulls. If any household is interested in finding some pit bull puppies or adopting some pit bulls for their family, these are children friendly, children protective, non-aggressive puppies and dogs. Go on Instagram and go on Facebook. Type in Enoyart, ENOYART 13K. Holla at my boy. He got you. He got you. Real talk. I just had to throw that out there one time.
You know what his name is again?
It's Enoyart. That's what
Eno
it is.
Yard.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Enoyart, we can sponsor you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Give him an inbox.
We do black on black business, black on black love, and black on black respect. That's what it is.
Absolutely. So,
For sure.
with that being said, until next time, if you guys ever have a story that you need to tell, I'm not here to tell you how to tell your experience, but I come on here to tell you, to allow you to tell your experience as far as how it is that you want to tell it. So get in our inbox if you want to be a guest. If I jump in your inbox for you to be a guest, it's because I feel like you got a story to tell. And I can't say it no better. If you got a story to tell and you don't know how to tell it, give your story to a friend and send their ass up there, okay? If your friend don't know how to tell it, then I'll find somebody to tell it for them. If I can't find nobody to tell that motherfucker for them, then I'm going to tell that motherfucker my goddamn self. So I'm just telling you, never forget to talk your shit. Until next time, peace out.